So now we got a serious question. Because you know you, Suge, and P. Daddy might be still sharing a prison cell together.
Me, Suge, and P. Diddy. Why the fuck would I share a cell with them?
You said you definitely not gonna go to court and testify, right?
Testify against who? What the fuck you talking about?
Well, I'll tell you. The attorney for Keefy D said that he's going to subpoena P. Diddy and Suge Knight.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. Subpoena them motherfuckers.
The DA told me that they gonna subpoena your ass.
Okay. If they do.
And I know what you gonna do.
Well, let me say it.
That's why I say
I'm gonna say it to you, and I'm gonna say that no, they just subpoena me, motherfucker. Yeah. I did this before. Yeah. Put me on that motherfucker. I ain't pleading the fifth, nothing. Can I get my $100,000 before I say anything? They gonna get my money or they gonna look like some motherfucking fools.
They gonna pay you, James. They ain't gonna pay you.
I ain't gonna even watch.
They not gonna pay you, James.
I know they ain't gonna pay me. It's what I'm saying. Y'all don't want to subpoena me. I'll be the best motherfucking thing for it, Keefy D.
Don't say that, because that means you be lying.
So what?
All right. You don't want to say that.
Well, man, Reggie, I've been to prison, I've been to jail, I've been in the county jail.
That's why I said you're going to be selling That's why I said you're going to be selling the cell with those.
So what they call it?
I don't think P. Diddy going to get on those things.
What would they call it?
And Suge said he's not going to get on those things.
What would they call it?
Huh?
If they put me in jail.
Contempt of court.
Attempted court because I said what I said?
Because you said you're not going to what?
I ain't saying shit unless y'all give me my money.
And you're going to extort them.
I know that's a. Come on, man. Stop playing dumb, man.
You said what you say, nigga. Man, I'm just using your words, not my words.
Listen, I'm gonna say this plain in my.
Please
Reggie,
break it down.
If they subpoena me,
correct,
they gonna have a problem. I'm not going to court. I ain't never got on the stand for now nigga in my life. So if they make me come in there,
but Timmy. To say Timmy.
That's my brother.
Exactly. Okay.
That's my brother.
Saying, so,
okay. I said now nigga. Now outside of my brother. He full of shit, but now nigga.
Yeah.
No hood nigga. I never sat here and said, yeah, man, we have.
Correct.
Yeah, that's Curtis over there in the blue.
Yeah.
You got me fucked up.
Yeah.
So if they put me up there to testify against Keefy D of what he did and Tupac knocked me the fuck out, I'd be the stupidest motherfucking gang member, street nigga, grandfather, father, husband.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I'd be the dumbest motherfucker. Yeah, so if Tupac knocked me out, why would I go and try to lock up the motherfucker that's supposed to kill me? You got me fucked up.
So Suge responded to you in that thing, was that because he brought all that up because apparently he heard those statements and he goes, "Hey James, why? If you knew that the South Side had drove by the street or whatever, I'm not saying you did or didn't. I don't remember your statements on that, but." Or if you ever gave a statement, and I don't even want a statement from you about that. But if you knew that, he said, Suge said, why didn't you notify anybody?
He a motherfucking lie. I said it here on Vlad. I said it in the hood. I said it when I told everybody to lock and load when the South Sides came in that white Cadillac. I'm the first motherfucking knew that they was there. We had the little flip-flops. I told Buntry. Southside's here. The little homies, Nado and all, I ain't gonna even say their name. The little homies, all the homies that was at 662, they out here. Now, where the bus stop was at, is right there on the same side as the building of 662, right? There's a bus stop right there. Where the parking lot, you drive in the parking lot, bus stop. They pulled by the bus stop. If you was there, wasn't you?
I was there.
All the motherfucking Metro cars. Listen, come on, I remember this shit like yesterday.
I'm just trying to
well, just tell me to shut the fuck up and then you explain it then.
I don't want to say shit. I'm telling you.
Let me finish.
All right, go ahead.
So I was the first to say that. And then now here goes Suge trying to make it seem like this nigga lying or this nigga. Nigga, I don't need no props from nobody. But everybody I talk to know I've said the same thing at the beginning. And it wasn't with no motherfucking police. It was with the homies, that faggot ass nigga, and I said it on the podcast.
Okay.
Okay. Tell Suge to tell me that.
I noticed you guys saw that we got a new person added in with us for a few sessions. This is attorney, y'all. Attorney Richard Johnson. Oh, man, I'll let him tell you a few things about himself, but y'all going to see later on in the episodes. Y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned. He's a very, very powerful attorney in the music industry. And also more importantly, criminally attorney. He worked with the people like Johnnie Cochran. I'll let him tell his resume in a few. But more importantly, while I feel a lot of you people might really would like to hear what Mr. Johnson has to say, other than just learning some knowledge, because I know a lot of you motherfuckers need to learn something. But this is also the gentleman that was able to get Suge's that 28-year deal. And we're going to let him tell why, and then we're going to let him tell some of his history. And I know James. James would probably be mad because he was like, you should have let that nigga get those 60 years. But I know James don't wish him, he just say that. But Richard Johnson, thanks for coming on here with James and I. And man, it's a pleasure.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's a pleasure. I talk to you weekly, but man, I have nothing but a lot of respect for you and your legacy. And
well, before I sat in this chair, it was a very interesting conversation hearing from James, because I'm telling you, this man has a lot to say, and he doesn't pull any punches.
Exactly.
Right, I don't.
So Rich, we'll get right into it. And I know this is the small notch on your belt, and not something that normally you'll like to lead into when talking about it. But on the platform, and because of James and our relationship with Suge Knight, as y'all see on this picture that's posted above, he is the attorney. He don't get the credit, and I'll let him explain to all the things that he did for Suge Knight in the backgrounds towards the end, because y'all know he had about 16 attorneys, right? But I think he was number 15, 15 or 16 other attorneys that happened with Mr. Terry Carter. Could you explain to us any knowledge you have on that case and how you were able to get it down from the crazy amount they were offering him to the 28-year deal?
Yeah, well, let me start from the beginning, because it really starts with Johnnie Cochran.
Okay.
And Johnny and myself went to UCLA undergraduate. That's how I met him.
Okay.
And he went to Lyle Law School. I went to University of California Law School. And after we graduated, Johnny became assistant district attorney. And through him, because Johnny was my best friend, through him, I met everybody in the DA's office. I mean, everybody, the underlings from the bottom. And as time went on, some of those became judges and some of them became higher up.
Correct.
But I always maintained my relationship with him. I mean, I would have lunch and dinner with him because they were a great group of guys. And if I needed something or some information, I'd call him. And the interesting thing for me was knowing how the district attorney's office worked from the inside.
Okay.
And how they prosecuted cases, how they deciphered their information. And so that's how the relationship began. I got a call from Rick, who introduced me to Suge.
Which was Suge's assistant at the time, or
Right.
doing a lot of work for
Right.
him at the time. I'm very well, know Rick very well.
Right.
Yeah.
And he called me and said, would you go see Suge Knight?
Oh, okay.
So I said, well, yeah, I'll go see him. So when I went to try to see him, they said, you can't see him. Judge Cohen has locked it down. He can't take any calls. He can't see anybody. In order to see him, you have to
Get
petition
a court order? Okay.
Judge Cohen, the sheriff's department, and the DA's office.
Okay. Damn.
So I called one of my guys at the DA's office and says, hey, man.
Suge has spoke about that on his podcast.
Yeah.
Recently.
I said, I got to see Suge Knight, man. So how do I do that? He said, next Tuesday, go to Judge Cohen's court because it's dark. And he said, Suge Knight is in the back in the lockup. And go and see him and tell him that you want to see him. So I go, I go see Judge Cohen. He's sitting, it's dark. He's talking to one of the clerks. I told him who I was.
And explain to the people on YouTube what dark means.
Dark, the court was not in session.
Correct.
Right.
And court was in session. So I talked to Judge Cohen. I told him, I said, I'm attorney Richard Johnson. I'd like to see Suge Knight. I understand he's in the backup. He said, you can't see him. He said, I just appointed Al DeBlanc to represent him. I said, oh, I know Al. He said, well, he should be out in a few minutes if you want to wait. So about 10 minutes, Al comes out. When Al comes out, he sees me. He says, Rick. He throws his arms around me. The judge was startled. He said, told the judge, I said, Rick Johnson and Johnnie Cochran used to have all these murder cases, drug conspiracy cases. And after he told him that, the judge said, well, I'll let you go in the backup with LeBlanc. So we go back in the lockup, and I see Suge. And Suge whispers to me, he said, I don't know this motherfucker, man. Shit. He said he might be a plant.
Oh, because it was like court appointed.
Yeah, he said he's court appointed.
Correct.
So he said, I don't want to talk to him. So anyway, I told him, I said, well, Al's a good lawyer. He's good. He said, but I'm going to assist him anyway and see if we can work out something.
Okay.
So I said, you know, you got 2 priors, and with your track record, man, it doesn't look too good. Right. He said, well, what if I testify? I said, but it's a slow conviction. You're going to be convicted. And if you don't and get on the stand and don't testify, you're still going to be convicted. So I took out my yellow pad and I wrote down, I looked at it, wrote it down. I said, you got 2 priors. You got 2 convictions that are still waiting to be heard. And I said, man, you're looking at 128 years. I said, let me see what I can do. I said, hey, Al, I told Al, I said, Al, he said, be cool, I'll be right back. So I tell Judge Cohen, I said, John, I'd have to make a call. So I stepped in the hall, called my guys upstairs.
At the DA office.
Yeah, DA's office. And he said, my assistant's in the court now, tell her to come up. So she goes up, in about 20 minutes she comes back down, and she says to the judge, Judge Cohen, I don't know what happened, but I was told to offer Mr. Knight 40 years, and I knew that wasn't going to work.
Yeah, okay.
So I told Judge Cohen, I said, let me go back in the lockup. I go back and look. I tell Sugar, he eyes look. I said, don't worry, man. We ain't gonna deal with that. I said, you know, then I told him, I said, you know, I'm gonna try to see if I can work out a plea deal, and because I know the guys upstairs. I said, don't worry, Al DeBlanc is an excellent lawyer. And so I go back out and I call upstairs. This is the deal we worked out. We're going to have him plead guilty to voluntary manslaughter. The low end is 14 years. The high end is 27 years. And you got 2 other convictions pending. So we ended up with 28 years. Okay. So we plead, and the reason why I wanted to do the voluntary manslaughter is because I can get good time served. So since he's been in lockup for almost, over a year at that time, I got credit.
It was more than a year.
Yeah,
it was like 3 to 4 years.
Right.
Yeah.
But I got credit for the time he was locked up, and when we got the plea deal entered, then I asked the judge if I can get him sent to Donovan State Prison.
Oh, you the one got him.
Yeah, which is on the borderline of San Diego and Tijuana. And the reason why I did that is because, one, it has the best medical facility in the whole system.
And please say that again.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people got my boy out there. And y'all know I'm bipolar.
Yeah.
One minute I hate Suge, next minute I love him.
Yeah.
They got it like he's on a PC yard.
Yeah, right.
Could you explain what really type of yard that is?
Oh, it's fine, man. I mean, I've been in the prison.
Yeah.
Because when I went into the prison there to talk to him, he wanted to assign his rights to someone.
Okay.
And I had to get a notary public in San Diego to come down.
Okay.
And get the approval of the warden to have him come in so
Correct.
he could execute the
Yes.
documents. So that's what happened at that end. And I told him, I said, man, this is what I want you to do. When you get in there, I said, because it's one of the prisons that offer all these educational programs. If you do these educational programs, we can get you some time off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.